has grown a little bit. And so Aaryaman actually used to live in my hall. We used to live in ISR. And it was funny because talking about interesting ideas and everything. So I first met him and, he told me like, oh, I come from India and like I want to do sustainable energy and I'm doing mechanical engineering because I think that could help me with that and that. It's like, oh, wow, that's cool. I've never talked to anyone like that as like, that not only has his goals, but also like wants to make it happen because a lot of us are like, oh, I want to be an engineer and have a job and like, that's great. But this guy was like, you really had the thing of like, I want to do engineering, but I also want to like work on this specific challenge. So I thought it was cool. And then I was like, hey, let's get dinner or something. So we actually got dinner like the week of, and we actually talked for like 2-3 hours about like our goals, like life, physics, and it was a really fun conversation. That's where the relationship started. Is that accurate?
Yes, that is very accurate. So something I want to say about Juan David is I've never met a guy like him before. So I was.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. So I was genuinely curious, and actually enjoyed having those conversations because I don't meet many people with the ability to have these conversations with. So just as we like got to know each other and explore this stuff more, we realized that there is something that we both want to do, and we find these conversations interesting, and we want to continue having them with as many people as possible. So I would like to thank Juan David for igniting that spark in me, like reigniting that spark in me, because I was always more focused on my academics, and I didn't really think about my interests that much. So having someone who pushed me in that direction, who just gave me that little nudge I needed to actually do something about it is something that I really appreciate, and I look forward to working with him.
Yeah, and listen, all of this that you see that it looks amazing, that's all him. And I'm really like for me, like if it was because of me, I'm like totally the opposite. I probably would have done it in my phone and like just hit record or whatever. But this guy is super detailed, and that's something I don't have, and I think that's where we complement each other. Because I'm very much like, we have an idea, let's go get it. And sometimes I'm not very good with the details, which is why I'm probably not a very good student. But I'm excited. And lastly here is that we hope that these conversations are, sure, we want them to be helpful and fun and everything, but at the end of the day, we want you to show that there's another way to live and to think. Like, college isn't just about getting a job, right? Like, college was supposed to be a time where, for me,